What's up?
How are you?
I'm good, good. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me
Hey,
today.
thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Of course, of course. Justin, I want to start off with you, if that's okay.
Sure.
I grew up playing a lot of video games, playing Fallout, but also watching television shows. And one of my favorites was The Leftovers,
Oh, great.
which you were the big star in. So when I heard that I got to interview you today, it kind of felt for me like a full circle moment.
Oh, good.
Did you maybe have like a full circle moment working on Fallout or somewhere else in your career?
Yeah, I've had a bunch of full circle moments in my career. This was, for obvious reasons, a full circle moment because I'm dear friends with Walton, and we had never worked together. So when you get to sort of play tennis with one of your friends, it's so much fun, and it's a very unique thing. And Walton, we sort of run in the same circle of friends for a long time, and and it's a hard business, but I all my friends who I consider dear and near, uh, I've always rooted for, and I love now when I'm in rooms and I get to walk in and see Walton, Sam Rockwell, Billy Crudup, and others who who I have known for so long, been friends with for so long, and now so many of us, I think, I won't say the peak of our powers, but we're finally able. We've finally been let into the fucking cabin to fly the plane a little bit, and I really love that. And that just in and of itself is sort of a full circle moment. And then doing Fallout with Walton, man, what great days on set.
Yeah, I can imagine. Working with some people say working with friends is a bad idea, but I can imagine in
No,
your business it
that's
can be very fun.
I don't know who said that. It's not true.
Yeah, it's not true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So Walton, when I spoke to you prior to the first season launching, you spoke about how Jonah and the team made most of the sets practical, and that really helped you guys act, and that it really amazed you how great the sets were made. What was something that amazed you while recording season two? Maybe could be practical sets again because we're going to one of the most famous places in the Fallout universe.
Yeah, of course I can say we've doubled down on the analog experience of this world. We don't spend our days looking at tennis balls on C stands. We look at the real thing, most of the time. Uh, there's CGI where there needs to be CGI. There are uh, uh, the stages that we use with the, oh my God, just because we're having this conversation, the volume stages that we use if we really need to kind of fill in that space. But so much of it is practical. I think the thing that I'm most excited about is the cinematic quality of this experience has continued in ways that even I didn't anticipate. I think we're all proud of that. Everybody got that assignment that this is what we're doing. We shoot on film, and we're there to make not just a movie every day. We're there to really flesh out this universe, our universe. And everywhere you put that camera, something interesting is going on. Whether that's out of focus or not, something is happening. And we're, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the effort that everybody put into it, and I'm proud that that's our marching orders, and we all support each other in that endeavor.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I've seen the first three episodes and it looks amazing. Your fight against the red scorpion, for example, was very believable, even though
Well, you
it's a
know what?
mythical
Okay, can I just
monster.
say something about that really quickly? And
Yeah.
there was one thing in particular. All of those are puppeteers, right? There are three puppets working this machine, and then they build it off of that. But there was one baby rad scorpion, specifically to what you're talking about, that it was just me. I see the puppeteers are right in front of me. There's a pulley on the ceiling, and it's fishing line, and they just yank the fishing line, and this inanimate object just is yanked off the tray or the shelf, and hits me, and I got to catch it, and then I got to wrestle it, and then get it off of me, right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. That could be ridiculous unless it really exists in your imagination. And that shot, I don't want to tell you how many thousands of dollars that, you know, a device that I would build with my kid is used so many times in this world, because that's what's fun about it. It's real. It's really happening
Yeah.
in your imagination, and it's just a puppet.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I have time for one more question. Justin, I can imagine with you playing Mr. House, who is a character that in today's day and age is very present, like a tech mogul with a lot of power.
Yeah.
Did you talk about maybe any tech moguls you guys should draw inspiration from to play Mr. House?
We definitely did. I'll leave those conversations private, but you know, and then the ultimate one, which I won't leave private, is Howard Hughes. I mean, you know, Howard Hughes is sort of the prototype, I think, of Mr. House. But there's a little bit of salesman in him. There's a little bit of and again, I think it's just money. I kept going back of all this sort of, you know,
The perversion.
or the perversion of money is so crazy. And, you know, it's like when you hear about people winning the lottery, and it's almost like 10 times out of 10, they go broke within a couple of years, they become alcoholic, they crash their cars, they overspend. Money, when it's bottomless, which I imagine it is for House, and when it's connected to a large IQ, oh boy, you know, it's so problematic, you know. And I don't know how, if your end goal is to make as much money as possible or to exert as much social control as you possibly can, you have to have been raised by really good parents to not become completely morally fucked. And I think that's the case. And we can dress it up as much as we want, and we can admire them, and or at least pretend to admire these kinds of people. But I don't know, man. I don't think we've ever seen wealth like this. We've had, you know, railroad barons, and we've had, you know, factory owners, and we've had car makers, and but I think what we're seeing now is completely different, because they're socially engineering our lives, you know, now, and that's a terrifying thing, you know, to think. We all like to think we're intelligent people, but where our psyches are up against a lot when it comes
Yeah.
to what we have in our phones, and
Yeah, totally agree.
we're under attack. You know, our eyeballs and our holes are under attack.
Yeah, yeah, totally agree. Well, thanks, guys. I've been asked to wrap up, so thank you so much for your time,
Thanks so
and
much, man.
Thanks, man.
enjoy the season. See you later. Bye.
No, thanks for the support.